Next up, conditional formatting support for visual calculations is in preview now. Visual calculations are updated regularly, and in this demo, Jay will share what's new and what's to expect with the most recent update. Take it away, Jay.
This month, we've enabled conditional formatting for visual calculations. This means you can use visual calculations to conditionally format a field or a measure, and you can also apply conditional formatting rules to the visual calculation itself. So here I have a simple visual. It shows the fiscal quarter and the total sales measure, and I also added a versus first visual calculation that divides the difference between the total sales and the first total sales reported by the total sales. So we get a percentage difference versus the first quarter. And I'm going to use this visual calculation to apply conditional formatting um, to the fiscal quarter. So let's go into the fiscal quarter dialog box for conditional formatting. So the background color conditional formatting for fiscal quarter. And in here, I'm going to select a gradient, and then you'll see that this dialog box, or this portion of the dialog box that shows you um, what to base this on, now has two sections. The all data section is the section that where you can find all the data from the data model. And then we have a new section to make it easier to find the stuff that is on the visual. So that's called the data in this visual section. And that's where I'll pick my visual calculation. And then I'm just going to set up a lowest and a highest value from, let's say, red to some green hue, and apply it, and you'll see that the fiscal quarter is now formatted based on this visual calculation. I can also apply conditional formatting to calculations themselves, as I did here, using the icon. So if I go back into the conditional formatting dialog box, but now for the visual calculation itself, I set up a rule-based visual calculation conditional formatting rule based on the same visual calculation. And then I use the rules to specify that if it's below 0, there's a red square, otherwise it's yellow triangle between 0 and 10%, and anything above 10% should show as a green circle. And now I'm able to use that same conditional formatting rule on that visual calculation. So using conditional formatting with visual calculations, you can use the visual calculation to set up a rule on to conditionally format a field or a column or a measure, or you can format the visual calculation itself.
Thanks, Jay, for the great visual calculations demo. Did you learn something? I sure did.